kila mtu tell you this guy never goes wrong. What he says happens, and what happens he says. Sir Georges, juzi nilikutana na kijana moja alikuwa anaitwa Young Munini. Young Munini.
Munini?
Yes.
Young kidogo.
Yeah, yes. Munini ni jina ya Kikuyu actually.
I think it means still small.
Inamaanisha hivyo bado. Unajua sasa this young gentleman told me something about mind control. Mind control. Akasema kwamba wakati huu kitambo walikuwa ilikuwa colonialism, ilikuwa ni mambo ya silaha na physical. Lakini sasa wazungu wamekuja na mind control. Na hiyo ndio yeye kulingana naye akaita new colonialism. Akasema what is happening right now in the world, especially in Kenya, there is a lot of mind control. How did he put it? Anasema sai, how comes that most of the people in the community right now are detached from the daily happenings of the country? Like ukipata vijana wengi sai, umuulize swali. Juzi, unajua rais alikuwa anaongea kwa TV?
Yes.
Na kama niliona mahali anaongea. Alikuwa anaongea kuhusu nini? They don't know anything. Vijana wengi, isipokuwa wale wako aligned na mambo ya kufuatilia, lakini majority of the people are on TikTok, are on Instagram, are on kwanza sana TikTok. Wako pale. Sir Georges, as a community, na jana pia nikakaa na jamaa fulani, akanambia that nowadays hata kupika kwa nyumba unapata kwamba mtu anaambia mke wake ama mtoto wake, mom, baby girl, don't forget it's your duty to cook. Unaona everything right now unaingia unapata kwa nyumba watu wamekaa watu watano, but there is no communication, people are not talking to each other, kila mtu uko pale TikTok. Kwanza TikTok unajua siku chat, ni kuvuta tu video na kuangalia ma video. Paka kuna mtoto alikuwa anasema kwamba kuna msasa alikuwa anasema anateta sana juzi on X. Anasema look at my daughter. I'm asking her what mbona anafanya nini, chakula kinapikwa jikoni na ako sitting room. Mtoto wake anajoka anamwambia dad, angalia nimeweka simu hapo jikoni na video call. Ame video call simu pale, anaangalia tu simu imetekwa vizuri. Anaangalia chai kichemka. Anajua imechemka, anakimbia mbio. Now Sir Georges, where are we as a community? Are we getting lost in the digital space? Are we getting lost? Tunapotea.
We are not getting lost. We are lost.
We are lost.
Yes, we are lost.
In the digital space.
See what?
Yes.
These are forests.
Yes.
Big forests. And most people are lost in the forest. People no longer recognize who they are. People don't know who their friends are. People are lost, completely lost.
Yes.
And I think we need to start thinking now. And I always say that sometimes it takes too long for us to realize. that we have a problem. And the biggest problem we have right now is people are almost becoming mad. They are on their own. Individuals are on their own. There is no social life. Human beings are social.
Yes, yes.
And once you lose the identity of your culture,
Yes.
you have no culture, then you become alienated. It's like a zombie. Yes. You've no identity, you are a nobody.
Yes.
So there is a problem, and I think we need to have a discussion. This I don't know what. We train a lot of psychologists.
Yes.
We train a lot of doctors. We train people who are supposed to be guiding us on this front.
Yes.
They don't take charge. We don't have. It's only politicians who have taken charge, and politicians are politicians.
Yes.
They have no idea what is happening in the community.
Yes.
Yes.
It is said that, George, people, let us deal with Kenyans. A majority of Kenyans are spending a lot of time on social media. A lot of time. That social media has become the driving force to our social life. Just like you're saying. Unapata kwamba sahi, Sir Georges, it is even hard to find kids outside. Unlike those days, siku zetu ulikuwa unapata kwamba ungetoka sahi upate watoto wako nje. Lakini sahi watoto, na hata, even social media has actually overtaken games, PlayStations and the rest.
Now, what do you watch? Watch on those social media? It's dancing, it's nudeness.
Yes.
It's corrupting things.
Yes.
Mental things that corrupt our mental
minds.
Thinking.
Yes.
And there is no information.
Yes.
That we are getting from the social media.
Yes.
So people are no longer innovative.
Yes.
So Africa as the young generation, the youngest generation, but they are not innovative.
Yes.
Because most of them are on social media.
Yes.
Get to a bus, for example.
Yes.
You find everybody is watching. Just go check what they are watching.
Yes.
They are watching nothing. Nonsense.
Yes.
So the creativity is gone.
Yes.
And innovation is gone.
Yes.
That is where we are right now.
Because
we're becoming a useless generation.
Yes.
A useless continent.
Yes.
And everything is driven by West. Yeah?
Paka kuna wakati yes.
But West, they have controls.
Yes.
They have controls.
Yeah.
Here we don't have any control.
Yes.
The government has not taken any control.
Yes.
Because we should be able to know what our kids are watching.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah.
There is it's called what? This is a department on films.
Yes.
What do you call it?
KFCB.
Yes. Those guys have no control.
Yes.
They try to control what we produce,
Yes.
but they don't control what is produced by other countries. Yeah? So what are our kids watching?
Kwa sababu, Sir Georges, there was someone who was talking on TikTok. Yeah, alikuwa pia ameweka pale kwenye TikTok. And he was saying in Africa or in Kenya, per se, tuko hapa Kenya, is whereby you find places kama TikTok, people are just doing mediocrity. Unajua, not in terms of creating the content. Yani vitu ambazo hazishiki, lakini ukiangalia China, wanasema ukiangalia China kule, what is happening on TikTok ni mambo tofauti. Unapata pale ni education, mambo watoto vile wanajenga marobots, watu, lakini hapa Kenya ni kucheka tu. Ma comedy ndio zimejaa pale. Ma dance challenge ndio zimejaa pale. Watu wametoa manguo. Tap the screen. Hiyo ndio kitu imejaa sahi. Hakuna kitu yote inaendelea pale. I think because ukiangalia nchi zingine, kama I have a friend from South Korea, and alikuwa ananiambia they even have their own version of Facebook. They have their own version of TikTok, which imewekwa katika njia ambayo inasaidia wananchi. What else? Tukirudia badi mada yetu.
The problem in Kenya is the CS Mr. Owalo.
Yes.
Is Owalo, isn't it?
Yes.
This is the problem.
Mbona juzi anapeana pesa pale
He's
Nyanza.
the problem. He's the problem.
Akitafuta kura
He doesn't
2027.
know- He has no idea what we need in this country.
Yes.
What is giving us? He's the
Yes.
one giving us nudity.
Yes.
Girls are removing clothes
Yes.
in TikTok.
Yes.
They are dancing naked,
Yes.
shaking their back.
Yes.
They are what? That one.
Yes.
That is not what we need.
Yes.
So I think he has to come clear and tell us why he's showing us what he's showing us.
Yes. Because Sir Georges, tukirudia
I
mada
think the
yetu.
president should be able to sack this guy immediately.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
The
Kwa
CS
sababu
information
kwa sababu Sir Georges
and
ukiangalia
technology. It's called what?
IT. Ukiangalia vile kwa nasema tukirudia pia mada yetu, mind control, these social media platforms, some of them is like they are fashioning our minds vile ambavyo tunafikiria what is happening in our day to day. Unaona, nakumbuka wakati wa Moi,
social media, the one who, you know, the West is very innovative.
Yes.
Because there is no single social media platform created by Africans. Not a single one.
amjapatiwa time kama mnashinda pale
Tunapewa
mkiangalia
time na
challenge.
nani? Tunapewa time na nani?
Yes.
Who will ever give you an opportunity? I
Yes.
told you, opportunities will never come your way.
Yes.
You have to look for them.
Yes.
Yes. Why is President Ruto the president? You think it's because he was given an opportunity? By who? By Uhuru Kenyatta? By Raila Oginga?
By Moi.
By Moi? Never.
Alichukuliwa pale university.
Never.
Akapatiwa nafasi.
Never. Never.
By the way, Sir Georges.
What I'm trying to say is
Yes,
this,
yes.
that there is nobody who is going to give us an opportunity.
Yes.
Never.
Yes.
What we need to understand is our CS.
Yes.
Why are they there?
Yes.
Why do we have cabinet secretaries? It's to give us a way forward. Now, why do we have our whole IT?
Yes.
Ministry of IT. Why? We need to see these guys revolutionizing our thinking.
Yes.
So what we need to see now is people trying to create content
Yes.
that are beneficial to the country.
Yes.
Nudeness. I mean, if a girl is removing clothes in front of a camera, and that is what we are seeing every day, how does it help us? How does it help our kids?
Yes.
How does it help our curriculum?
Yes.
How does it help? So, in China, if you look at the way in China they are doing it,
Yes.
they are always, what they are doing is asking questions, health questions. You know, I think you have seen
Doing things.
doing things that are
Creating things.
innovation.
Yes.
But here, what is
Challenge.
Owalo giving
Dance,
us?
dance, dance, dance.
What is he giving us? Dances.
Dances na ma challenges na
And
ma
they call it
comedies.
Content.
Na comedy kwa mingi. We have become a comical nation. tumekuwa nchi ya
We are
kuchekelewa.
becoming crazy Kena.
Yes, the whole country. Everyone.
So everybody is becoming crazy.
But my question is, and with all due respect to the content creators, wale ambao wanafanya comedy, but my question is that Sir Georges, wakati wa Moi, the era, netwaga the Nyayo era. Yes.
Yeah.
The Nyayo era. Na wale ambao walipata kama baba wanaitaga the Nyayo terror. Yes. That time, nilikuwa nasikia kwamba pale Kibira, Rais Moi alikuwa anawachilia chang'aa sana.
Changa.
Na busaa sana. Pombe pesa ndogo ndogo. Moi alikuwa na ile wakati wake ulikuwa unapata pombe kama ingine tulikuwa tunashughulika nayo sana. Ilikuwa inaitwa Pulas. Pulas ilikuwa ni pombe ambayo imewekwa kwa plastic inakaa kama chupa ya juice hivi. Lakini ni 50 bob. Ukifika nusu unatapika. Una break unatapika alafu unaendelea. Lakini ilikuwa ni 50 bob. Na kulikuwa paka na masachet za pesa kidogo kidogo.
Yeah.
Na ukisikia ile propaganda ilikuwa inaendelea ni kwamba rais alikuwa anatumia zile pombe kuweka watu wa Kibera focused wasipate kufuatilia jinsi ambavyo serikali inaendelea. Sijui kama ulisikia maneno. That he used to make sure that pombe ni cheap. Sasa watu wanakunywa tu busaa huko, mpige siasa yenu huko mkikunywa kwa ile nyungu moja, so that you don't focus on what is happening.
No, I think that's not the truth. Moi was very committed to his faith. And he's the one who single-handedly stopped the local brews in Kenya. Moi. There was no local brew apart from Kenya Breweries.
Wewe wacha bana sasa.
Wait first.
Wewe unasema Kibaki ama unasema Moi kulikuwa na pombe ndogo mpaka masachet bana.
But you see, the illegality is always there.
Yes.
But Moi himself is the one who stopped local brews in the country.
Yes.
So anyway, what I think is we are in the current situation.
Yes.
Because we are now on social media.
Yes. And that's what I'm saying. Is it not the same way? Is it not that the government understands what the social media is doing to the youth, what TikTok is doing to the youth, and in turn wamewachilia kabisa so that the youth wabaki tu pale wakichanganikiwa, hawana time ya kufikiria ni nini serikali inafanya? Is it that way? Because kulingana na vile mimi naangalia the kind of information that's trickling down Kenya,
I think we need to be asking the president.
Yes.
Is this a kind of bottom up that you promise us?
Yes.
Is it a kind of governance that you promise us?
Yes.
Because he was so passionate about the youth.
Yes.
Now, are we not able to control the content that we have on the social media platform?
Yes.
Have you given us a CS who does not see the need to control what we are watching on the on the social media platform?
Yes.
Is there nothing that we can do on the social media platform?
Yes.
Why are we watching what our kids are watching? Why are they watching what they are watching? Why are content creators creating what they are creating? Can't you start jailing those people who are showing our kids nudeness on the social media platform?
Not as a judges, we have a whole ministry again, watch IT, yes, sports and culture. Hiyo mambo ya Babu na Mwamba.
Yes.
And we've seen there that he has come up with Talanta Hela. If you feel like a country, if it was me, you know, and I'm willing to really make sure that my country heads towards a good trajectory, what I will do is to ensure that the youth that are producing good content, clean content, to make sure to now support some with the resources, with the cameras, with the nini, we produce that kind of content. As a country, we promote clean content.
No, I think we start first of all. You see, when the environment was being polluted with polythene bags, Ministry of Environment came up with policies to stop the polythene bags, and the Ministry of Interior enforced the law. So the IT department, the IT ministry ought to come up with what they expect us to have on our social media, on our TVs, on social media to say, then the Ministry of Culture is going to implement that.
But
so
George,
the
Sir
problem
Georges, the question will be
the IT ministry.
The question will be, Sir Georges,
yes,
how easy or how simple is it to, control social media? Because Sir Georges, social media first of all, this is a service imetoka kule nje. Unaona? All you need to do is to open your phone, create an account, and start doing your thing. And TikTok wenyewe wanasema they have rules and regulations, and whereby you violate, they flag your account. Unaona? But after flagging your account, what happens? Mtu kama wale unaona wanafanya nude, account yake iko flagged, amekaa kidogo, amefungua ingine, iko flagged, amefungua ingine, iko flagged, amefungua ingine. So I think it's also hard to actually put a control on social media. It's
not hard because what makes the social media platforms flag your account is because there are complaints launched against your tube. Your account.
Not really. In this social media, in most of them also, they have community guidelines. So when you right now, you go on TikTok and post mtu akiuawa, akidungwa visu, they will tell you you've violated community guidelines.
Somebody has to complain. So if, for example, in Kenya,
yes,
even if you check in the YouTube, most notorious content is created in Kenya.
Yes.
Yeah? And in most cases, you don't follow people from Turkey.
Yes.
You don't follow people from Australia.
Yes.
You follow people from Kenya, isn't it?
Yes.
So because that algorithm, sometimes they will always show you that you can follow so and so, isn't
Yes,
it?
yes.
So you tend to see people from Kenya. So what happens is if we have rules in Kenya,
Yes.
we will be able to complain
Yes.
to the authority and to the social media
Yes.
authority also.
Yes, yes.
And we are able. So if, for example, Ertezi produces dirty stuff,
Yes.
we can report him to the police.
Yes.
Yes. So we need guidelines in Kenya.
All right.
Guidelines in Kenya.
Yes.
That's what we are lacking.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that
So we
can-
have guidelines, then at least promote healthy content, clean content.
Yes, of course. Once once we know what we are supposed to be creating,
Yes.
then from there now we are able to create the right content. If you know you are not supposed to go before a camera nude,
Yes.
then why would you go?
Yes.
If you go, then either the police will arrest you,
Yes.
or your account we are going to complain
Yes.
to the social media
Yes.
platform, and then they are going to close your account.
Sir Georges,
Yes.
we have gone to the government, right? But I was listening to CS Marcoman Rhodes.
Yes.
Juicy, he was on a national TV, and he said that he was speaking about the road accidents. Right now,
Yes.
they are on the rise. Though alikuja akasema kwamba last year and this year we have improved, but alikuwa anasema kwamba serikali inaweza kutoa leseni ya gari, serikali itafanya kuangalia gari, serikali itaweka traffic police, lakini mwananchi pia ako na wajibu wake. There's something even the public themselves can do to mitigate this. Sir Georges,
Have you ever seen-
has the family setup failed in
Have you,
Kenya?
have you
Is
ever
it failing,
seen?
the
Have
family
you ever
setup?
seen somebody in Kenya
Yes.
driving on the right side of the road?
On the right side of the road?
Yes,
Uh,
for 2-3 kilometers.
no.
Why?
Tabia wa Kenya.
No, not Abia. Because the rule in Kenya, the laws of Kenya
Yes.
states that you have to drive on the left.
Yes.
If you go to Rwanda,
Yes.
you drive on the right.
Yes.
It's East African community.
Yes.
So
Lakini vile nakwambia,
what I'm trying to say
kuna watu wana overlap na wanapiga tese, na hata by the way, do you know that kuna time ushapana matatu zingine jioni, they will actually drive on that side. Unaona what hata
that is not
They'll
driving,
go.
that is overtaking.
Yes,
You
not
see,
overtaking. Unaona jioni kukiwa na jam hii njia ya Mombasa Road, the cars what hata kuenda hata hii barabara nyingine inaenda kabisa mpaka mnakutana na gari.
Now, what I'm saying is
Yes.
already when that person is doing that,
Yes.
he knows he's breaking the law.
Yes.
And he can be prosecuted.
And that's why I'm asking you.
Now, what I'm saying,
Where are we?
in this social media
Yes.
era now,
Yes, yes.
we need to set rules.
Yes.
The IT ministry ought to set rules.
Yes.
Let's know that these are the rules in Kenya.
Yes.
You cannot do, but you can do.
Yes.
Okay?
Yeah.
Then from there now we have guidelines. We
Yes.
don't have any guidelines
Yes.
in Kenya right
But you
now.
know, Sir Georges, I think you've
We are-
based.
we
I
are-
think you've based a lot on the nude part. Unaona, lakini kuna pia content ambayo sio healthy. Unajua, ambayo inakufanya.
That's what I'm calling nude. You know,
Yes, not only nude.
I'm seeing even
Yes.
you see even when you come and start insulting another person.
Yes.
That's nudeness, isn't it?
Yes.
When you come and call people names,
Yes.
that is being crazy. So
Yes.
we need to have rules
Yes.
that are governing the social media. Kenyan rules. Yeah, you go to China, for example, you find their rules that governs the country.
Yes.
You go to other countries, you find their rules that are governing.
Yes.
Even where the owners in America, there are
Yes.
rules that govern.
Yes.
There are things that you cannot
Yes.
do. Yeah?
Yes.
So why don't we have any rules in Kenya?
Yes.
And
yes.
we have a home ministry.
Yes. And Sir Georges, it's okay. We have gone to the government, but where is the family? Where is the family setup? Where is the church? Because we might blame the government for making this, to have not made these rules, but watu ambao wanafanya, wapi values, wapi morals? Where is the traditional African family setup. Ili wewe mwenyewe unajua kwamba ufai kwenda uchi mbele ya watu. Kitambo Sir Georges, yes. Ulikuwa msichana hawezi kukaa mbele ya babake akiwa amevaa nguo fupi. Sasa hivi unapata msichana amekaa mbele ya babake akiwa na nguo fupi. Sasa hivi unapata msichana amekaa mbele ya ndugu zake. In fact, there is someone I overheard him say that one day alikuwa amekaa hivi kwa nyumba yake, akaona dadake akipita, na dadake alikuwa amevaa kitu kimemshika, na akasikia by mistake.
So
mambo yanafanyika. Where are we? Because we might blame the government the whole day.
No, we are not.
But what are we doing?
We are not,
what are we doing as people?
You see their policies.
Yes.
I say their policies.
Yes.
There is policies is everything.
Yes. No, Sir Georges, no. Policies zimewekwa pale. But now, who is going to make this remember, policy nini? Ni maandishi.
Yes.
Ni maandishi.
Yes.
Wewe umeshaambiwa Sir Georges, fanya hivi. Ukienda wrong side, unatakana ushikwe. Lakini wewe umepatana na jamaa amevaa kofia. Wewe na huyo jamaa mumeweka sheria kando, mukaweka policy kando, mukaweka serikali kando. Wewe ukatoa punch, ukamwambia boss, sikule hizo tano. Naye akakwambia kula niko sawa. That's what I'm saying. Aside from politics, Sir Georges, where are we lost as the community? Iko wapi wazazi? Iko wapi? Kuna Reverend Canon Sami, tunawaona sana, wanapiga sana ikifika maneno ya serikali. Unga imepanda. Kuna mapasta, kuna mabishop. Tumepotelea wapi? Why are our youth lost? And we want to blame the government, Georgie? No!
Are you aware?
Yes.
That Google,
yes,
does not do pornography? Are you aware of that? In YouTube, you can never find pornography. But in Yahoo,
you
asked me a question.
Unalipima imani mbele ya umati. I will not challenge that. The public will challenge you on that. I will not. Maybe even our director can challenge you on that. Lakini mimi ni mtu wa kushikilia hiyo.
Now, in YouTube,
because what you're saying, Sir Georges,
in YouTube,
Google does not do what?
In YouTube,
Google does not do what?
In
YouTube does not do what?
Now,
okay, in YouTube, I think what they have done will make an age restriction over 18. But mbona unalipima imani? Usineke kwa ratili kidogo. Hata sikuchallenge. Let me not challenge you. Thou shall not challenge you on that.
No, challenge me.
Hapana. Tutachoma.
Okay, what I'm trying to say is that there are rules. You see,
yes.
Like now, what you're saying,
yes.
There is age limit.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
So, what is happening in Kenya,
yes,
is that
in TikTok,
the policy is the one that gives us guidelines.
Yes.
Once we have the policy, now you see today I can tell my kids don't do 1, 2, 3 things.
Yes.
But I am not with them the whole day.
Yes.
So, for example, if I don't want my kids to watch, if they are young and I don't want to watch 18 years and above, for example, in my DSTV account,
yes,
I'll block.
Yes.
Because there is a policy on that.
Yes.
Now, what happens is, once you have the policy,
yes,
then you are able to control. There are controls.
Yes.
That is what we are lacking. That's what I'm saying.
Yes.
So the church may say yes. Of course, we teach. When your kids go to Sunday school, they are taught the do's and don'ts.
Are they going to Sunday school?
Maybe yours are not going. Mine are going. If yours,
ni sisi wawili.
No,
remember, Kenya ni sisi. Lakini sisi si
mimi.
Lakini sisi si wawili.
Na mimi sio wewe.
Ndio. Na sisi si wawili. Are a majority of young people going to church?
No, you see, for example,
nikikuchallenge kidogo Sir Georges,
some countries,
yes,
even in Kenya, sometimes back there was a rule, because depends with who is the minister and who is because you remember like when Michuki came when it was the minister for transport, there were rules that you cannot carry more than 14 in a small matatu. Today they carry because Michuki died. And the current minister, Murkomen, is not enforcing law. He just talks. If you remember, sometimes back, you would not take your child to a bar. And there were restricted areas, and it was clearly indicated over 18. You remember that?
Yes.
Do you see it these days? Kids are mixing in the bar with their parents.
Yes.
And their parents...
In the name of Nyamachoma.
In the name of Nyamachoma. So every place where there is a bar now, there is Nyamachoma.
Italy.
You see? And so they have now baptized it in another name. It's an hotel. They call it a lounge.
Yes, Sir George's policies. We are going to put the policies in place, right? The government will put, the legislators, sisi wa Kenya, if at all we will get the opportunity to do public participation, tutaweka policies. But now, easy pornography, easy content ambazo zinakuwa created, which zimekuwa almost the same. It's like people are thinking the same, doing things the same, are created by human beings. Binadamu, watoto wetu. The kind of songs that are going out there. Because why am I saying this, Sir Georges? Because I was watching a TikTok, a friend. By the way, Mr. Yebebe. So most of my fans, not most, but some of my fans are kids,
Yes.
Junior high school, huku chini zaidi, following me, sending me friend requests. But when I go to their TikTok, because I will go to their TikTok and see what they're doing, this kid is singing a song which is not having very good lyrics, vulgar, but they are doing it because the song is trending. The song is the challenge. Now, that's where I'm coming and asking you, first of all, hata kabla tuende kwa set up your community, don't you think that the way historia could trend, na challenge? Because what is driving TikTok ni challenge. Ile unapata mtu ametoa wimbo ama ametoa maneno, mtu amesema mimi kwetu kama ulikuwa nasikia kingine mtu anasema sijui nini bibi yako, mimi si bibi yako, enda utafute bibi, naweza kulewa tena. And everyone will do that. Everyone will do the same thing. You will find hundreds, a million videos doing the same. That's why I'm asking, is that not mind control?
You see,
TikTok hawajatucheza hapo.
It's not about TikTok.
Yes.
It's about our community.
Yes.
Now, you see, most of the time, we tend to behave the same. A community is controlled by the same culture.
Yes.
So there is the Kenyan culture.
Yes.
Now, I remember those challenges started when the parliament got involved in Jerusalem. Was it called Jerusalem?
Yes.
And that is what has now evolved into what we are having right now. Because parliament came and acted, they did the challenge.
And by
so,
the way,
they are our leaders influences us, and that's why I was talking about the policy. So our leaders will always influence what we become. Now it went even to the churches. Pastors started doing the challenges. So now it's a replica of what our leaders reflecting.
Joji, do you know there's something that it's like I've realized. Inaweza kuwa kutoka hapo ndo bwana TikTok alifikiria hiyo strategy ya TikTok. Unajua hivyo? Ni kama from hapo hizo maenzi za Jerusalem ma challenge, because TikTok is based on challenges. Now what wanaifanya? Now Sir Georges, you have talked about policies, but there is something that is really alarming, especially to me as a kijana mzee mzee kijana. Yani mimi bado ni youth, lakini kwa karibu kutoka vijana wetu. What is happening? Kuna wakati Kenya ungekaa usikie vijana kama kina Bahati, akina Willy Paul. Gospel music was ruling the airwaves. Secular music was nowhere. Yani ulikuwa unapata ni Jill right left center. Even that was the kind of music that was treasured in Kenya, played in Kenya. It was all about that. But right now, the kind of music that you're listening to, that is being produced by our youth, is ni vijana wetu ambao tunapenda. Lakini ukisikia ile content ambayo wanatoa, ile maneno ambayo wanatoa katika zile ngoma, ni maneno ambayo ukiwa mzazi hutafurahia sana kuimba. Inanikumbusha wakati kulikuwa na wasanii wa kitambo kidogo, akina Nonini pale, wakiimba wimbo zao, wimbo ambazo unapata kwa community hazileti adabu yote kama taifa, hazileti maana yote, na hizo ndio vitu ambazo zimerudia sasa, unaona. So I'm asking, are we losing our youth? Are we losing our youth?
We are losing our youth because
immorality.
As the elders,
Yes,
we are not condemning what is happening.
yes,
As leaders, we are not condemning what is happening.
yes.
So that's why I have repeatedly been talking about policies.
Yes.
Because the ministries in charge should be able to say this language is not acceptable.
Yes.
No, if I am a pastor and I say it's not acceptable, I have no way of punishing
Yes.
who break the law. Because the law is made of me as a pastor.
Yes.
But if the government is able to say we cannot allow and we shall never allow such language to be used. In those days when people like Kamaro used to sing,
yes,
they were singing the same songs, but the language was hidden. It was for mature people.
yes.
But now it's so open.
Such
So open.
Juicy, there's a clip trending on X when our president of the nation,
Yes.
man of God, the only man who's going to heaven from Kenya, William Samoei Ruto, the man who is ameshikilia injili kushinda hata pop. Juicy Citizen alisema, you know, KICC not making 30 billion worth of property, making 30 million a year. I looked at those guys' face and I told them, you have to stop this shit. This is shit, man. Stop this shit. A whole sitting president. Did you hear that?
No, I hear what you're saying.
If the president says that, vijana wako wapi?
Now, I would say it's good to be mindful of the words we use. Yeah?
Yes.
The words we use is, when you use a word that is no respect, then you will not be respected. Yeah?
Yeah.
So I think it's good for us to use great words.
Yes.
Words that have shows that you are mature.
Yes.
Yes.
Because last week I was interviewing vijana, Gen Z.
Yes.
And we were with our director or our producer, Ignite.
Yes.
And one thing they kept on saying is shit. Unajua hii shit tunafanya ndio tunapenda. Unajua hii shit ndio tatusaidia. Unajua watu wengi wanataka kwenda kwa industry lakini hii shit haiwork. Then I asked Ignite, how do we mute that? These guys have said, yani kwa interview yote wamesema shit. Then I asked Ignite, now sasa sikiza man. If these guys are kama ndo ikileta kanambia unajua wase generation hivyo ndo wamezoea kusema. Bana kusema this thing, they say this shit. Then nikawaingililia nikasema
what happens, language evolves.
Yes.
Keeps on evolving.
Yes.
When we were youngsters,
yes.
In fact, when I was working, one time I resigned because somebody told me, fuck you.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
And that was a big insult.
Yes.
Because, it was so big. Yes.
Yeah.
I actually almost did physical fights.
Yes.
It's my boss who told me, no. And he told me, you have to go.
Yes.
And I said, I'm ready to go.
Yes.
I don't want your money anymore.
Yes.
Because how can somebody use such a word?
Yes.
Now, this guy comes from Zimbabwe.
Yes.
And you remember there was a time when Mugabe and chased away the white man.
whites, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So he was employed in where I was working, and he came and said, why is this place that, at the edge of the farm, there was a place where we were not done weeding. I was a farm manager.
Yes.
And so he, fuck you, George. So I felt so bad. But these days, you see, the language, the word has been downgraded to what it used to mean that time. So,
Hakuna kitu kama hiyo. No. Guys, what do you think? Do you agree to that? I think it means the same. Nile society maybe may.
No. It has more. You see, what's
We have been more exposed.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, not exposed, but evolve. It's like it doesn't have the meaning it used. The meaning was one that time, but now it means.
Mbona natupaka mafuta asubuhi na mapema? No. Ni watu tu sasa hivi wamekuwa shamba. Wamenunua shamba. Watu wameacha shamba. Lakini Sir Georges, nilikuwa nakwambia,
So this day shit sometimes means nonsense. You see, it has more meanings now.
Sir Georges, are you trying to make our president look
No,
good?
not about the president.
Are you trying to make him
It's
cool?
not about the president.
Are you because I know you are a UDA sympathizer.
No, I have used a very strong
Wewe ni
word.
mtu wa UDA. Wewe ni sympathizer wa rais.
No. I've used
a
very powerful word,
Yes.
which was referred to me that time.
Yes.
But today, if somebody told me the same,
Yes.
I will not react the same.
Yes.
Because it has more meanings now.
What meaning, Sir Georges? Kama jina sex change maana, gani na change? That no, is sex.
You see,
sex means
these
kissing.
days beauty mean you can say you are very sexy, meaning you are very beautiful. You understand?
Sijasema sexy. Nimesema
No,
sex.
I'm saying the word sexy means these days means beautiful.
Yes.
But those days it a different meaning.
Yes.
So words keeps on evolving.
Lakini mimi nimesema sex.
Language is not static.
Yes.
Language is so it's not static.
Hii episode yetu, guys, man, this episode is going to let it 18 because. But what I was saying is that I was looking at those youth, naangalia naona wanasema kitu mbaya, because at the end of the day we have our mothers, we have our children, and I know you're trying to really explain to me how words have changed, but they are still vulgar words. There are still words in our society that we don't appreciate them like that in our African setup, Kenyan setup. Now the question is, after me looking at those youths kama watu wamepotea, then on national TV my president goes and says shit, mpaka nikashanga, where are we kama vijana wanasema shit inamaanisha president anakuja paka national TV anasema shit, inamaanisha wale vijana, that society, zile tabia mbaya, ile immorality iko na sisi. Iko na sisi. Sio hata policy, ni sisi.
What I repeat again.
Yes.
Words have more than one meaning. Yeah, they have more than one meaning. Like shit can also refer to nonsense, useless.
George,
it is true.
Let me tell you, you are saying words have different meaning.
Yes.
I'm telling you, in the African setup, I will not sit with my mother there and tell my mother, Mom, this food is full of shit. Mom, you know what, Mom, I was thinking of some shit. My mother would be like, hey, what's up, man?
You're old school,
Yeah, my mother would be like, what's up, man? So I'm saying there are some things in our society we still not ought to let them zikue pale juu.
Yeah.
Yes, kama hiyo president wa nchi ndio aseme hivyo, inamaanisha hivyo ndivyo anaita watu kila mali akikaa nao wabuga kiloto kule, man, you're full of shit, man. Marco Benakana hivyo.
Shit.
Yes. So that's
your mother.
Yes, and this brings us back to mada yetu na policies na vile umesema that our leaders pale mbele, they are the ones wamewekwa pale mbele, na ukiwaona katika hizi challenge wao ndio wanafanya. Kina Senator Karen Nyamu, you will see them doing all these things. Kina nani utapata katika hizi challenge, hizi wimbo watu wanapata ni vulgar au ndio wako pale wenye wanachangia, and that's what our youth are emulating. unaona, and if they're not emulating that, because pale kwenye ile interview na vijana walisema wanatoa hiyo nini western culture, they are being influenced by music from the western culture also, wanatoa ile tabia paka vijana wanasema pale tunaweza kuimba wimbo eti kwani Kenya watu wauani, kwani Kenya kuna mada kwa streets, hizo ndo tunataka tuimbie about, unaona. So you see what I'm looking at, Georgie, is a society that if it is not checked,
how do we check
we are
it?
doomed.
How do we check it?
Tuanze kwanza na
Parents to be real parents.
yes, tumrudishe
Pastors to come back to being pastors.
yes,
Police to be police.
ndugu akwe ndugu.
Yes.
Yes.
I think that is where we are getting it wrong.
Yes.
We need to go back to our
Yes.
human nature.
And-
Let's be human.
And most of all, we need to have a mentorship culture.
Yes.
We are lacking in mentorship.
Because
Hatuna.
if my
we
father,
don't have mentors.
if my father calls me names, why should I not call others names?
Yes,
my
your
kids'
children.
names. Why do you think if I call my kids names, then
Yes.
why do you think it will matter to me
Yes.
calling a neighbor, my neighbors any name?
You will call them.
Yes. So I think we are getting it wrong.
Yes.
Yes. We need to go back to where parents were parents.
Yes.
We are exposing our kids to
Such.
becomes illegal. We need to know what is our growing mind. You know the psychology of a child.
Yes.
There are things that you cannot expose to your child
Yes.
to.
Yes.
There are things that you cannot tell your kids because they're
Yes.
kids. Yeah? There are things that you cannot do in the presence of children.
Yes.
Yes, and I think we need to get into that level now.
Kwa sababu wanasema unachokipanda
Utavuna.
utavuna. Na saa hii tunaona ni
Na
kama ni
ukivuna
mchezo.
ikiwa mingi unaweka kwa store.
Unaweka kwa store.
Yes.
Yes.
So some of us, what we're doing today will make us cry tomorrow.
Yes.
Yes.
Nilikuwa naangalia on a lighter note pale ghetto. Wewe mzee umechukua chumba moja, uko na bibi yako hapo, umepasua ile chumba na shiti. Ai, tena nimerudi hapo hapo. Yenyewe iko na maana tofauti. Pazia. Umeweka na pazia. Lakini saa 6 usiku unaanza kula vitu na watoto wamelala pale chini. Sir Georges, I think that one as parents pia tunafaa tuangalie, because uta expect aje mtoto asiende kujaribu uko nje, atajaribu sio? Yeah, so it's also vile umesema tujiangalie sana what we are exposing our kids to.
You see,
Ile kitu ambacho tunafanya.
like most of Kenyans now, most parents are single mothers.
Yes.
They are mother without a father.
Yes.
And what is happening is, like I was talking to another child, and I asked the child, "How is your dad?" And the child said, "Which father are you talking about?"
Yes.
I have so many fathers. Every night, my mother brings in. My mother introduces me to a new father.
Oh my God.
You see, so this now makes our kids unable to understand. And you know, such a mind will grow up knowing you can have many fathers.
Yes.
You can introduce as many fathers to your children as
Yes.
possible. So it's good for us to know that once you become a parent, you have to behave a parent.
Yes.
And act a parent.
Ladies and gentlemen, those are wise words from Sir Georges here. Once you become a parent, you have to remain a parent.
Yes.
Know that you are a parent. And
You behave a parent.
Yes.
You act a parent.
yes, and it is a call actually from Katikati Show today on collective responsibility. Even as the government formulates the policies, we as citizens have to abide. We have to also push ourselves, make sure that these morals, we get these morals into our children. They get to understand what are good values, how they should behave, and if our children, because Sir Georges, ile kitu pia inakuja na depression, unapata some of these youths who are singing this song wamekuwa depressed. Wamefeel like there was a young man who was a rapper. Tell me mazemi nimekuwa neglected for long. Sasa hata kile tu anaimba hiyo ndo kitu imeshika. Yes, so let's make the policies. At the same time, let's look at ourselves. If you are a leader out there, please be a role model. Usikate kuwa role model. If you are a celebrity out there, be a role model, because hizi vitu zote, one day they will come to book. One day you will have to account for what you have done. So let us be good human beings. Let us just ensure that we also, even you as an artist, wewe kama kijana uko pale Gen Z, behave well.
You see, 10 years, you see there are things that you're singing today.
Yes.
Would you want to listen to your own music 30 years down the line?
With your daughter.
With your daughter. With your son. Would you? So when you're doing, and you know, as you said, internet will never forget.
Yes.
So if it doesn't forget, it will also not forgive.
Great people. That was Katikati Show right here on Planet Gym. Aliena masikio?
Asikie.
Na asiye na masikio?
Asikize.